It's Danielle Lisso. This is my Bio 230 class, and it is March 2nd. It is a Friday, and it is 2018, and today I'm dissecting a cow eye. Let me just move it down so you can see. Okay, so now I'm just picking up the eye and I'm showing you it. It does look a little bit smushed, like it maybe got smashed between something in delivery, and I just hadn't noticed until now, but that's okay. So first thing I'm going to do is cut away at the muscle and the tissue here. There's a little bit of fat around the back of the eye, and I want to be able to see the optic nerve. So I'm going to take a second. I'm just going to trim away at this, and I've sped it up because it does take me a minute to get through to it, and even though I cut a lot off, it was still pretty hard to see. So now I'm going to show the eye up to the camera, and this little bump that I'm pointing at here, that's our optic nerve. It comes out the posterior end of the eyeball. I'm also trying to push the eye up a little bit so you can see the natural shape. It's supposed to be rounded like this, but it's flat. I think that was the packaging and not how it's supposed to be. And then now I'm going to bring a paper towel over so that we can start the next step, which is to cut the cornea and make a small incision. And we need the paper towel because there's liquid from the anterior chamber that actually spills out, and you can see that happen here. Kind of made a little bit of a mess, but that's okay. I got it to open. I made a small incision in the cornea, and I'm just kind of just taking a little bit of the liquid out so that we can, not have everything spill everywhere when we go into the next step, which is to take the eye and cut it into an anterior and posterior portion, so that we'll be able to look inside and see the retina, the vitreous body, and that's the vitreous chamber that we're trying to look at. So now that I'm inside, I'm actually scraping a little bit at the retina. A little bit did come out, but I was trying to find that optic disc. So now I'm going to hold the eyeball up to the camera, and you can see it a little bit. It's a thick nerve that exits the back of the retina. And this right here, yeah. So right here where I'm pointing at is the optic disc. Now I'm actually scraping at the iris and the lens to try and get it out so we get a better view of the inside of the eye. And I had already pushed down on the vitreous body. It was very firm. It does take a second to get this lens away because it's held very closely to the actual portion of the eye. But once I get it out, you can see here, I pull it out and I lay it down on the foam, and you can see the ring around it. That's the lens and the iris. And I'll actually hold it up, I believe, the different parts. So here's the iris and lens right here. And then the the anterior portion of the eye without the lens. You can see through the front of it where the cornea is. This is also where the sclera is visible. And now I'm just doing my cleanup and putting everything away for my next dissection. And that's all. Thank you so much for watching.